Welcome back to SportsZone. I'm your host, Steven Lucero, and next we're going to talk about some UNT volleyball. They've gotten off to an impressive 10-2 start to the 2025 season, and joining me to talk about it, Jadelle, Mirales, and Nick Volpetti. Guys, UNT volleyball, it's been exciting. It's been, a different, brand new system for them in terms of new coach, a lot of new players, a lot of new, but it's been very good. Nick, what have you seen from UNT so far?
It's been a great start to the season. I mean, it's been about as good as you could possibly hope for. They're on a 7-match winning streak. Jadelle, she's been one of the best players. She leads the team in kills with 162. Alexa Washington and Sydney Soria have done a great job in the assist category as well. So it's been a collective effort. I like that it hasn't been one player like stealing the show and doing it all, because it makes for a good team effort, and it means you can win on any given match whenever you have a host of players who can step up in the big moments. And I think that's one of the main reasons why the Mean Green are off to this 7-2 start.
Yeah, definitely. It's been very impressive, and they're on a win streak. Jadelle, what have you seen from UNT so far, and how do you think they can keep this momentum going, especially with conference play coming up?
Absolutely. I would agree that Jadelle has been really great. And shout out also to Fawanji for winning Texan Classic MVP. That's a very great deal. She's a blocking queen. And also Dakota Mitchell. She's also great at defense, and she's a digging queen as well. And Nick and I both love watching digs. That's really what keeps the game going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And UNT, they came off sweeping Tarleton State 3-0 in that series, and they won actually all of their matches in the Texan Classic out there in Stephenville. It was very impressive what they were able to do, especially in that last sort of classic pre-tournament before you get into conference play. Nick, what did you see from them overall at the Texan Classic, and some more of your best players and moments?
It was a dominant performance, like you said. I mean, the best you can hope for is to win every game, and that's exactly what they did. That match against Tarleton State, I mean, if you look at just like the final score, you think they dominated them. It was a bit close. They won the first set 26-24, second one 25-23, and the third one 25-22. So I think it shows a lot about the team that when they have those close sets, they can come out on top, because throughout the season, especially in conference play, when you face some better opponents, you're going to have a lot of close sets. There's going to be a lot of times when you are in that set when it goes past 25, and you got to take advantage of those match point opportunities, and they've done a great job of that. Alexa Washington, she had 25 assists in that matchup against Tarleton State. They had a .270 hitting percentage. For those of you who aren't as well versed in volleyball stats, that is very good hitting percentage. So yeah, it was a great job against Tarleton State, and hopefully they can carry that into conference play. Yeah,
like you said, it was some great matchups. It was certainly tight at times, but they found a way to win every time. And when you do that, that's just about all you can ask for. Jadelle, what did you see from them against Tarleton and throughout that classic?
Yeah, like I mentioned, a lot of great players, and I would also like to add that Washington has been amazing, and she's played a crucial role. It takes a lot of good game IQ to be able to accomplish her with the assists. Assists don't get enough credit sometimes in this game, but yeah, like I mentioned, Dakota Mitchell has been a defensive powerhouse. On top of digs, though, she's also been great at aces. I think with aces and also the great blocks, that's really what led them to sweep Tarleton.
Yeah, and it was some excellent games, but it was a little bit more meaningful than just a sweep, because for Coach Dave Fleming, it was his 400th career win. And for Dave Fleming, this is his first year at UNT, so he spent 20 years out in Colorado, and now coming to the University of North Texas. Nick, what does he bring, and how much does that 400th win mean?
It's got to mean a lot to him. I'm sure when he came into being a volleyball coach, he wasn't thinking about getting 400 wins. So it's a big accomplishment for him. And I think it's a really good hire by UNT. He did a great job at Colorado Mesa for those 20 years, finally getting an opportunity at a D1 school, and he's really turned the program around. Last year, they only went 3-8 in non-conference play, only 10-18 overall. So it's been an immediate change. They're immediately so much better than they were. I think it's looking to be a great hire, and hopefully it continues in the conference play as well.
Yep. Yes. So yeah, for Fleming, 390 and 184 is his career record. So a lot of experience. Jadelle, what kind of experience does he bring to this team, and how do you think he can really make an impact throughout a long season?
Absolutely, yeah, 400 wins is a massive accomplishment. Whether it's D1 or D2, moving on from D1 to D2, it's already very challenging enough, but the fact that he was able to keep his dominance, that's what really cements his potential legacy as a coach. And the Mean Green community has welcomed him with open arms. If you saw on all the social media, they really tried their best to really honor him and celebrate him. And it's not easy leaving a school that you spent 20 years coaching, but we're very, very happy to have him here.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Coach Fleming, it seems like what he's been able to bring not only to this team but to his teams in the past is something more than just volleyball, something more than just on the court. What he's been able to do off the court, his presence as a motivator, as someone that can really not just get this team going during games, but really just be there as a leader. How much of an impact do you think that'll make for UNT, Nick?
I think it's great. I think there's no better leadership than winning games. It's a great way to build trust right off the bat. I mean, a lot of these players, I'm sure they didn't know Coach Fleming before this season, but now I'm sure they love him. I mean, when you start 10-2, especially for those players who were there last season for that 3-8 start, I'm sure it just builds that immediate confidence. That's something that's really important as a coach. Whenever you are joining a new program, it's important to build trust right away. And when you start a season 10-2, get off to a 7-match winning streak, I mean, it's a great way to build confidence and build trust.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, 7-match winning streak, pretty strong as we begin conference play. So this was kind of the, not preseason, but just pre-conference play for UNT Volleyball. And now they're going to open up this weekend against Charlotte. That's conference play, and this is where it really matters. So Jadelle, going into this first match against Charlotte, what do you think UNT can do and take from the momentum they've built so far?
Yes, absolutely. So UNT thrives on momentum. A lot of their games were won by either sweeps early on or even late in the game. And we can really see that when they played against Louisiana Tech last week. And in that game, they were down 2-0 or 0-2, and they came right back and swept them in the last 3 sets. So I think, you know, since they've already won so many games, I think they have a great edge against Charlotte. And also, they're ranked first along with Tulsa in the conference. They've both won 10 games to 2. So right now, I think they have a great chance of winning against Charlotte.
Yeah, certainly, and it should be strong. So for this, Nick, now this is conference play, obviously matters more than anything, but UNT, you can't sneeze at what they've done so far. This has really been important and key for the rest of the season. So how do you think they can use this momentum and take it not only into the game against Charlotte, but throughout the rest of the season?
I think that like you said, it's just like sort of the preseason and non-conference play, but it always helps to have positive momentum and to build confidence as a team. I mean, I think it's going to be a close race for the conference. I think anyone really could take it. Not necessarily anyone, but there's a lot of teams that could take it. I mean, Wichita State won it last season. Tulsa and Charlotte are off to a great start. I think it's going to be really close. I think that you could even see, like, as long as you can get into that top 8 and make the tournament, I think you got a chance. Like, as long as the Mean Green can get into that tournament, I think they have a good opportunity.
Yeah, certainly lots of competition, but you can't really ask for a better start from UNT. So it's going to be exciting to see what they can do. But for now, we're going to move on and talk about the Texas Rangers and how their season's going to an end.